The former cricket star turned prime minister at the center of a political storm in Pakistan.
आखिरी गेंद तक मैं मुकाबला करता हूँ.
He was kicked out of office last year, is now facing more than 100 legal cases, and was briefly arrested in May. It led to huge protests and violence. Khan says he's the victim of a conspiracy to force him out of politics for good.
What is happening right now is not because of me.
People in Pakistan are really divided over Imran Khan. His supporters see him as the only hope for the country,
Imran has basically become a prophet of change.
while his opponents accuse him of spreading lies and fueling a toxic style of politics.
This became a two-way fight of rhetoric of like good versus evil.
So who is Imran Khan? Why is he so divisive? And why is politics in Pakistan in such chaos right now? First off, let's run through Imran Khan's backstory. He was born into an upper-class family in Lahore and went to an elite high school. He studied at Oxford University in England, but it was his cricketing career that made him into a superstar.
The mobile workforce.
In 1992, he led Pakistan to its first and only World Cup victory, and then retired from the sport.
He's easily the greatest Pakistani cricketer of all time.
A very glamorous cricketer too. That glamour was brought him to the attention of high society in London.
In the early 90s, he was hanging out with rock stars and royalty and married a British aristocrat. But he was also getting into charity work and raised money to open a cancer hospital in Lahore in memory of his late mother.
Here's a cricketer, a public icon, trying to provide free cancer care in a country where this was not accessible for most people. And that then translated into a conversation he had about the role of corruption, improving governance, and then his entry into politics.
In 1996, Imran Khan launched his own political party, Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, which means Movement for Justice. He styled himself as an outsider on an anti-corruption mission, but his political career didn't really take off until 2011. That's when he held 2 rallies in Lahore and Karachi. Tens of thousands of people showed up. He was promising to bring a new kind of politics to Pakistan. And 7 years later, that message helped him get elected as Prime Minister.
मैं ये आपके सामने ये प्लेज करता हूँ कि इंशाल्लाह ये एक बिल्कुल आप मुख्तलिफ किस्म की पाकिस्तान में गवर्नेंस देखेंगे.
Now, until Khan came on the scene, Pakistani politics was dominated by 2 parties and 2 families. The Bhutto family, which is linked to the PPP, and the Sharif family linked to the PMLN. That's the party of the current Prime Minister, Shehbaz Sharif. For years, the 2 sides have been alternating in power, a pattern that Khan was determined to break.
To demolish what he called the grip of dynastic politics in Pakistan.
He's very popular among young Pakistanis who do not see the old guard as being representative of their ambitions and aspirations. He's also popular among middle and upper middle and elite classes.
They are of the view that Pakistan have been harmed by the politically corrupt elite for too long, and Imran is our hope.
Now, there's another layer in Pakistan's politics that you need to know about, and that's the military. Since Pakistan's independence in 1947, there have been several military coups, and generals have ruled directly for 33 years in total. But when there's been a civilian government, the military still plays a big role behind the scenes.
They have like such a strong, influential meddling going on that no government in Pakistan really gets formed without their involvement.
And it seems that was also the case for Imran Khan, that the military was pretty influential in his rise to power.
This is something which is acknowledged by the military leadership of that time. People who have subsequently came out after the retirement and acknowledged and confessed that yes, we have helped Imran win.
And Khan actually sold himself as a candidate who could work with the military. They were seen as being on the same page.
The constant struggle and tension between civil and military establishments in Pakistan was something that people expected would end with with Khan coming into power.
But it didn't. Here's what happened. So it's 2018, and Imran Khan's just been elected prime minister. It was actually a pretty contentious election, and his political opponents accused him of fraud. But Khan was popular, and for a lot of people, it felt like a fresh start. Remember, his big thing was tackling corruption, something he said was at the root of most of Pakistan's problems. So he went on a massive anti-corruption drive. Many politicians and government officials were arrested. Khan's supporters approved, but his critics said it was one-sided and that he was only targeting his political opponents, though Khan denies that. Another criticism was that Khan's approach created a kind of vindictive and divisive political atmosphere.
He made compromise a bad word. You were all in with Khan or you were anti-Khan for whatever reason. That was the conversation.
Khan brought with him an extremely divisive, and some would say hateful style of politics. Much of that reflected in the language that he used, haranguing his opponents and accusing them of being thieves and crooks.
हम जिससे मफामत कभी नहीं करेंगे वो लोग हैं जिन्होंने पाकिस्तान की अवाम का पैसा चोरी करके मुल्क से बाहर लेके गए.
Now, the economy was a big issue when Khan was prime minister. He inherited a lot of problems, including a major debt crisis, and he had to deal with COVID too. But the bottom line was that living conditions for most
तू चला जिस रास्ते उस पे होगी फतेह रख यकीन इस बात पे कोई कुछ भी कहे खाई है अब चोट तो कर जख्मों से वफा तेरा हौसला ही करेगा तय तेरी मंजिल का पता सारे दीवानों में भी तेरा जुनू हो जुदा सारी हदें तोड़ के तू अपनी सरहद बना वो बेसब्र का फिक्र होके न डर तूफानों से लड़ बेसब्र का फिक्र होके न डर तूफानों से लड़.
मैं हर चीज के लिए तैयार हूं, लेकिन मैं ये जुल्म का निजाम बर्दाश्त करने के लिए तैयार हूं. आपके पास अब दो रास्ते हैं, गुलामी के और हकीकी आजादी. ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह, कोई नहीं है खुदा अल्लाह के सिवा. हम किसी जालिम के सामने और ये खौफ के सामने हम झुकने वाले नहीं हैं.
तेरे जिगर में है जो लावा मंजिल का है तुझको बुलावा ऐसी जला दे तू मशाले सारा ज़माना दे मिसाले जिद से तेरी हो जाने दे सारा जहां आशना सारे दीवानों में भी तेरा जुनू हो जुदा सारी हदें तोड़ के तू अपनी सरहद बना बेसब्र का फिक्र होके न डर तूफानों से लड़ बेसब्र का फिक्र होके न डर तूफानों से लड़ बेसब्र का फिक्र होके न डर तूफानों से लड़.
हम अपने मुल्क की हकीकी आजादी और जमहूरियत के लिए हर वक्त जद्दोजहद करेंगे. पाकिस्तान जिंदाबाद.